Hey, thanks a lot for tuning in. If you're already subscribed, really appreciate your support. If this is your first time, my name is Jimmy, and on this channel we do technique lessons, song lessons, and gear videos just like this one. So if you enjoy this kind of content, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Now, of course, at any point, as always, during the video, you can check the description box below for the lesson plan. There you'll find equipment details, tips and tricks, helpful links, and timestamps so that you can skip to different parts of the video. Now in this video we're going to check out the Firefly FF338, which is a pretty cool semi-hollow body guitar. I picked it up last week off of Amazon and came at a great deal. Got on them pretty quick. They were pretty hot. Everybody was talking about them last week, so right now they're out of stock. But the links are in the description below. You can check them out to see. Hopefully they'll be available soon again. But we have one in walnut, the brown color that they were offering. So let's check it out. Let's do a little overview on how it looked coming out of the box, quality, things like that. And then we'll check out some tones. So you already heard some of the sounds in a mix, but we'll isolate some of them and also do a few tone tests just by themselves and see how it turns out. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Maybe you already have one of these guitars. Maybe you've been looking at them, but I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Let's get that conversation going. But for now, let's dive into the overview, and then we'll check out the tones. Quick side note, you can also download the jam track that is in this video. Just hit that link below and you can get to the page where you can get a hold of a copy of that. Alright, so let's get into it. This is a quick rundown of the Firefly FF338 guitar. This is the walnut brown color, so pretty cool. I like it. Pretty nice. I just want to give you guys a quick little overview of what it looks like top to bottom coming out of the box. It's a little dusty from being shipped, but not too bad. I just tuned it up. I was messing around with it a little. Playing a little bit. So we'll just do a quick rundown top to bottom, and then let's do some tone tests and see what it sounds like, maybe by itself and then in a little jam track. And we'll go from there. Let's see what it turns out to be. So headstock, just the face of the headstock looks really nice. Simple logo. It's got, you know, the little graphic and stuff on there. Pretty cool. The only thing I don't really like about the front of the headstock is the shape of the truss rod cover. But we'll find out. That should be pretty easy just to change. I'm sure it's just a standard size, but we'll find out. Tuners are your regular cheap tuners, nothing too crazy about them. They're mounted nice and tight, which is great. And once I stretch the strings out and set the guitar up and everything, we'll see exactly how well they hold. But I think they're going to be just fine. Down the road, if I want to keep the guitar, maybe I'll just change those to something else and see how it turns out. The nut itself is pretty nicely done. Looks clean from the top. Seems to be set up well as far as the action goes on these first 3 frets, which is nice. The only issue that I noticed here on the bass side, I'll try and get a close-up for you guys, but there's a little bit of messiness and kind of a gouge or a chip in how they cut the slot for the nut. Treble side, there's a little bit of that as well, but not like it is on the bass side of the strings. Going down the fingerboard and the neck, you know, it's got that binding on there, or at least the look of binding, but it's kind of cool. You know, the fret ends are nice. They're not sticking out. They probably could be tapered a little bit more as, you know, part of a nice little fret setup or something like that, but that's kind of easy to do, and it'd be a fun little project to go through. Top of the fingerboard, I'm not sure exactly yet what the fingerboard is made out of. I'll have to see and check. Maybe you guys already know. But I'm not sure if it's tinted or something like that, but I'll have to find out. It's got some funny looking, like, it's not really grain, but there's like lighter spots in the fingerboard, so I'm not sure exactly what that is. I'll try and get a close up. It's over here at the first fret and a little bit further down as you go, but I mean, it's really not a big deal. I'm just not sure exactly what that is. Trapezoid inlays, so that's pretty nice. The neck itself feels really good. You know, it's not real thick, not chunky. I have to see if I can get maybe a measurement on it or something like that. But going all the way down, oh, actually, the only thing that I wanted to mention, the frets themselves look really clean. The only thing is when you do a little bit of bending, and it might be maybe just breaking them in or cleaning up the tops of them, they're just a little bit of rough, maybe like a little rough feeling, but it's not a huge thing there. But again, maybe I'll have to just check that out on a setup of the guitar as I go through. So looking at it from the back, there's that brown finish, the walnut, I guess they would call it. It's kind of cool. You can see the wood underneath it. It's nothing too crazy, but I think it's got a little character to it. Of course, binding on both sides, top and bottom. You got your standard setup for a 335 or Gibson style guitar. Volume, tone with the 3-way switch, 2 humbuckers, and everything's all covered up right now. Like I said, just a little dusty from when I was pulling it out of the box. There's a few little minor scratches just around here. They're really small, so I'm gonna see if maybe I just wipe those out. Maybe they'll be okay. I'm trying to decide if I want the pick guard on it or take the pick guard off. Maybe you guys can give me some input on that. Pick guard yes, or pick guard no. We'll have to see. Everything else on the top is really nice. Cheap hardware, of course. It's got the bridge with that retaining wire in there. So one of the things that, again, if I want to keep the guitar, might just change the hardware there, see what it's like. The only thing that's probably a fit and finish issue on the top of the guitar are the insides of the F-holes. That's really the only issue that I found on this one. I think everything else is going to be taken care of just by cleaning it up, pulling the plastic off, and things like that. But, I mean, it's nice. They painted the inside of the F-holes, so they look cool. There's just some maybe like overspray from the finish on the top of the guitar here on the bass side. And they're a little bit rough around the edges. More so, I guess, on the treble side. But again, I mean, for the price of the guitar and stuff like that, it's really not a huge deal. It's just minor things that you can really be picky about, you know? So that's cool. One thing that I really like, and I mean, it's a small thing, but I think it's nice that when they put the electronics in, everything is routed and taped up. I mean, it's all cheap electronics, of course, but they at least taped it up, and you don't see it through the F-hole when you're looking at the guitar head on. And that's pretty nice. I'll try and give you a close-up of inside both sides and things like that as we go through. But I mean, basically, that's really how it sits. One of the things that I liked about it too when I pulled it out of the box is it's not really light. So it's got a little bit of, you know, character and weight to it. So that's cool, you know. Again, like I said, just tuned it up a little bit. I haven't done any kind of setup on it, but you know, it's nice. So maybe what I'll do is give you a quick close-up on the guitar. Let's do a couple tone tests, maybe just some clean tones, maybe put a little dirt on it, just go through the pickup settings and the sweep of the pots and stuff like that. Let's check that out. Again, this is the Firefly FF338. I think it's out of stock right now. I ordered it just in time last week, but I'll throw some links in the description below so you can check them out and see when they come back in stock again. But let's check out some tones. All right, now for today's topic. I know I mentioned it earlier in the video, but let me know what you think. Would you rather see the guitar with a pickguard or without the pickguard? Let me know in the comment section down below. Let's get that conversation going and see how we can help each other out. Thanks again for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe for more videos just like this, and we'll see you on the next one.